Hey guys, the advent calendar and the spooky story coming up next. Happy October 1st. How is everybody doing? I'm excited. I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited? Well, look what we got. So it's really thin. Like I said, it's just a joke or a riddle. And, but I really like the picture of it. It's so cute. So you guys are ready to get started? I am. After I find out what's behind the door number 1, I have a short story to read you guys. So I hope you guys like it. Next year will be different. I plan on having stuff decorated more maybe. But it's just too hard right now with this. I'm getting ready to sell the house and move. So it's just something different, and I hope everybody likes it. So, okay. Behind door number 1, or actually pumpkin number 1, it has a spider, and it says, "What is a spider's favorite day?" Fly day. That's cute. I think the kids would like that. That's funny. So number 1 down. And then today, I got a story picked out for you guys. And it is called The Torture Murder of Alice Porter in 1942. During the early part of April 1942, Donald Fern, a 23-year-old railway mechanic living in Pueblo, Colorado, sat in his tan-colored Ford sedan and watched night after night as a bevy of pretty young girls departed from a nursing class. Beautiful 16-year-old Alice Porter, a high school student taking night classes, caught his attention, and he spent the next week following the girl around and spying on her as she went about her normal routine. On the night of Wednesday, April 22nd, a few hours after his wife had given birth to his daughter, Fern caught up with Porter as she was walking home from class and forced her into his car at gunpoint. He then drove 25 miles outside of Pueblo to an abandoned ranch house where he took her inside and beat as he tried to rip off her clothes. To get him to stop, Porter agreed to strip naked for him. Fern then bound her ankles, wrist, and mouth with tape. As she lay there, afraid of being raped, afraid of dying, she watched as this normal-looking man with spectacles and a receding hairline make a fire in the fireplace. If she thought he was trying to make their accommodations more comfortable and to heat the cabin while a cold rain fell, she soon realized this was not his intentions. When it was blazing, he took a long wire, stuck it in the fire until it was red hot, and used it to burn her skin on her abdomen and back in about 24 places. When he was done torturing her, he raped the frightened young girl. Still not finished, he crushed her skull with a hammer, then shot her twice in the head with a .32 pistol to end her suffering. When it was time to go, he burned some of her clothes in the fireplace and threw her body into a nearby cistern. But he had taken too long. By the time he left sometime after midnight, the cold, steady rain had turned the dirt roads into a soupy mud. A short distance from the cabin, he got stuck and was forced to walk several miles to find a garage with a tow truck that could pull him out. The owner had to be roused out of bed at 4 a.m. When Alice was abducted from a Pueblo street, Her screams attracted the attention of a neighbor who spotted a light-colored Ford driving away. On April 26th, 4 days after she disappeared, news reached the tow truck driver that police were looking for a light-colored Ford in connection with the abduction of a young girl on the same night he had towed a light-colored Ford out of the mud. The driver then contacted police and led them to the desolate road where he pulled the car out. Locals then directed their attention to the abandoned ranch house. Inside, lawmen found remnants of a young woman's clothes in the fireplace and bloodstains. They also found Fern's torture kit, which included scissors, pliers, baling wire, and a shoemaker's awl, AWL, similar in appearance to an ice pick, from which they were able to collect a partial fingerprint. When they searched the property for more clues, they spotted the cistern that concealed Alice Porter's tortured remains with his disfigured skull. Later that same day, Fern's car was located in a Pueblo car wash where it was waiting to be washed. Fern was identified, approached, and asked to come to the police station. There, detectives took his fingerprints and quickly matched them with the print lifted from the handle of the shoemaker's awl. When the matching prints were shown to him, he quickly confessed, stating, "I just went wild, I guess." To protect him from an angry mob outside the jailhouse, Fern had to be transferred immediately to the state prison in Cannon City. Although Fern confessed in written statement, he pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity and cited sadism as his mental illness. During his trial, held in June, less than 2 months after the murder, Fern revealed that since he was 6 years old, he had fantasized about torturing people. Fern told the court that he had uncontrolled impulses since before he was 6 years old, and that they consisted of a desire to inflict injury on others. The Associated Press reported on June 11th, the impulses, he said, grew more intense as years passed and became frequent when he was 12 or 13 years old. Later, they became continuous, causing him worry, depressed attitudes, and dreams from which he awoke at night from perspiration. Always, he said, he dreamed he had tortured someone. The jury found Fern sane and was sentenced to death. He rejected any efforts to appeal his death sentence and made it clear he wished to die. As the day of his execution approached, Fern welcomed his fate in statements made to guards, which were later written down. "I'm ready, and they can hurry if they want to. I ask no mercy. I deserve to die. I am better out of the way because I am a nuisance when that urge comes," he stated. Fern's wish was granted and he was executed in the Colorado gas chamber at 8:05 p.m. on October 23rd, just 6 months and 1 day after he brutally murdered Alice Porter. He left behind a wife and 2 children. And this is Donald Fern's mugshot. Got the easy way out. And this is Alice Porter. Okay guys, that is day 1. And I'm gonna be pulling another story for day 2. Right now, the only things I'm finding that are kind of short for me to be able to read on here are these more history short stories. So hopefully you guys like them. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you do. And we got 30 more days. So, alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Thanks. Bye.